pressure on him. First British title fight to referee and score. But I mean, could you see that anyway?
Definitely not. He was swayed, totally swayed by the crowd, I'm sure of it. A lot of pressure on the man, his first British title fight. But John Simpson, for me, has been robbed of the decision there. At no point did Dazzo Williams look like a winner throughout of it.
Looking down your scorecard, first two you gave to Dazzo Williams. After that, you gave 3 to 11 to John Simpson. You've been scoring fights for many years, Glenn. You can't be that wrong.
No. There's no way. Look, you just got to look at the stats. 164 to 106. He's got a 15% success rate. He missed with so much.
You've got to feel so sorry for John Simpson. Jimmy Vincent, we thought, was robbed of a British welterweight win over David Barnes last year. This surely is wider and far more controversial as Dazzo Williams keeps the British title, wins the Lonsdale belt outright, but surely that is plain wrong, and there must be an inquiry from manager Tommy Gilmore.
Yeah, you'd think so. 6 points, I've got it there. The second half was all Simpson except the last round, and it really is a terrible decision. I think he's got to get a rematch. Justice has to be done.
John Simpson came of age, should have got the British title, will be crestfallen that he hasn't.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 sensational rounds of boxing, the referee's scorecard reads for Simpson 114, for Williams 115, the winner, and the outright holder of the Lonsdale belt, the British featherweight champion, Dazzo Williams.
Dazzo Williams gets it by a point on Phil Edwards' card, and I'm afraid, although the crowd may be happy, boxing critics will not be. This will run and run, this controversy.
John Simpson.
As John Simpson takes his well-earned applause here tonight, there is the small matter of a Lonsdale belt, which, on the record as we speak, is now the permanent property of Dazzo Williams. But when you have a champion who shakes his head apologetically when the decision goes his way, you know that something is wrong. We'll be following this up in a moment or two, rest assured. More to come here at heavyweight, and a very exciting display earlier from Scott Gammer up against the Pole Roman Bugai. That's still to come before we close here on Friday Fight Night. Nicky Piper first, how did you score that fight?
I scored it 3 rounds. I gave 7 rounds to Simpson, 4 to Williams, 1 even. And I agree. I mean, I can only think that the crowd got to the referee there, influenced the way he was scoring it.
Briefly, can we expect an inquiry?
I don't know. I mean, one has to be launched, and then if it is...
You'd understand why there would be one, wouldn't you? That's the first thing, Nicky. You are a member of the Board of Control. Let's remind our viewers of that. We have a new referee tonight in his first British title fight. That must raise questions, number one. But also, Nicky, we are appointing new officials, but we are not changing the system. And Britain stands alone virtually in world boxing by refusing to go with 3 judges. Simon Block was at ringside tonight. Why is it not happening?
Well, because of the Boxing Board of Control decide amongst them all at the moment that they don't want to go to 3 judges. There are many reasons for that. I'm not going to go into that. What I will say is that Phil Edwards, it was a hard-cut fight to score, I will say that.
So take it away from him is the point, which we will return to. Let's hear from our winner.
Well, Dazzo, you got the verdict, but did you deserve it?
I think it was, I know your man come up for it. Starting the fight, I think I was taking him around. In the middle way for the fight, my mum was getting the back and like that. I think it's the last sort of 2-3 rounds, or the last 2 rounds, I sort of just might have nicked it because of the work rate. But take me out off. He come to fight like, I mean, it was close, like, I mean, I know he feels a bit gutted that he never took it, but I mean, after this fight, he's going on, he's going to go places. Like, he gave it 110%, like, I mean, but it was a close fight, and I think I nicked it by about a good round.
John, do you feel you did enough to win the British title this evening?
I think Dazzo started off well, you know. I remember the first round, I thought to myself, Dazzo's fucking got it. Sorry for swearing. Dazzo's got it around. But about the second round, I'd say about the 9th or something. My boxing was well. for...
Are you heartbroken at a loss like that, so controversial?
Well, I'm 21 now, and it's kind of a bit of a sickener when a referee, in my eyes, the referee turns round, just maybe because it was a home crowd, turns round and gives it your opponent. No, it's really sickened me. But I'll be back stronger. I've got 12 rounds under my belt. Next fight, I'll definitely come back stronger, but I did thought I won a fight. A good two or three rounds, I'd say myself. Dazzo's got his own opinion, so I respect that, so that's it.
Dazzo, would a rematch be the obvious thing to happen now?
Yeah, I'd give him a rematch. I mean, it was a close fight and everything. I mean, he deserves a rematch and everything. I mean, I'm looking on to other things now. I'm looking for the European now after this fight. Like, so, I mean, obviously I'm going to look forward to that. I mean, there's no way I can give up my belt and go for the European and man carry on with it, because I do seriously think he'd be the next British champion. You
don't think you'll vacate the belt to fight for the European and maybe John can pick it up?
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I've won it outright now. I'm happy. Like, I mean, the next step is obviously European. There's no way John can take over from me. Like, I mean, it was a close fight, and I ain't going to sit and argue with him. But he's a good man. He's a young lad and everything. He's got the whole world in front of him. Like, I mean, he's just done 12 rounds with me, and he's pushed me to the limit. Like, and I mean, there's no reason why he won't be British champion. I can't see no reason why he won't be.
Great fight, both of you. Thank you.
Fine words and a fine gesture from both at the end of it, but truly no one is happy here. No one. Nicky Piper will give us more on that verdict when we come back. Memorable